A lot going on. It's too hot for this shit. What a dooski. It's your boy Farewell34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Doctor Who Season 12, Episode 6. How's it going, everyone? So, last week's episode was definitely Season 12 on some shit, for sure. Yeah, the return of... We had something like, you know, something small like the return of Jack. We also had some, like, sort of lore-shattering things in the show, potentially. No biggie. And we also had the return of the Jadoon, which was massive. A lot of questions. I'm interested to see what our boy Chris is up to, because I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm hoping this is going to be really awesome. Thoughts on what they're going to do with the show, like with that idea? I'm banking more on the multiverse, plus the idea of the Master coming back. I was thinking about it a little more. Like, we had this Master pop up who was sort of he was doing like shrinking people and shit, and that's sort of like OG Master stuff. And he was very much so reminiscent of like Season 3 Master. The idea of Ruthless, they want to make it canon, it could be a forgotten regeneration or something. Or, which I'm leaning towards, is this is actually a multiverse story. And what if they pull some shit like ever since Jodie's regeneration, she hasn't even been in the main universe. Like, she's been off in like Rose's universe or whatever it may be, where it's very similar. But I don't know exactly how they'd go about it, but I would explain the other Doctor. I would explain the Master. Anyway, enough talking for this intro. Let's just dive right into this episode. This is my first video for the day. I'm very excited to get recording, guys. As always, if you enjoyed this one, then definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget, guys, in case you're interested in joining along this journey with me and seeing every single episode from Season 2, Episode 12, unedited until every episode going forward, then definitely check out patreon.com/farewell34 in the description down below. Get into it, y'all. I am so down for some food right now. Yeet!
Planet Earth, early in the 3rd decade of the 21st century, from the depths of the oceans.
Murph!
We have to deploy the parachute! Control! Do you copy?
Oh. Talk about a transition.
You, my friend, are under arrest. Nailed him.
You're not a police officer, Jake.
Yes, I am. I'm just on a break, getting my head straight.
Yikes.
This really isn't working out, is it?
Peru.
Okay.
Ah, the pollution episode. I could see like a bit of garbage. I wasn't too sure.
Correct.
From the one shot. Oh, for a second, I'm like, are we doing a Season 9 throwback?
Managed to evacuate his descent module safely after it veered off course and crashed into the Indian Ocean earlier today. Although search and rescue teams continue to trawl the waters.
Whose man's? Let's see how the gang gets involved.
Jamila!
What the hell?
Don't touch it. Something's wrong with the birds.
Taking.
Come on, son, fist down. There's a good lad. Perhaps you'd like to tell us why you're so interested in that door.
Sorry, who are you?
We're the people
We're the fam.
with a nice big set of skeleton keys.
It's kind of cool. I like catching the mid-adventure.
Good morning, Suki. Sleep in? Especially work like this?
Need some help over here!
Oh shit.
need rescuing.
I'm here because of what's wrong with the birds.
You think I buy that?
You should, because it's the truth. Look, I'm not armed. There's nothing in my bag. Check yourself if you don't believe me.
Stand still. To access emergency services and satellites. Ooh. You work out?
I do a lot of running.
I'm Gabriella. I'm guessing you know that.
No?
Two Girls Roman. The travel vlog. That's me and Jamila.
Sorry, bit behind.
That's crazy.
I do a fair bit of traveling myself. I'm Ryan. These Markans, they're not natural.
Influencers, am I right? Goes to the head.
What are you doing?
Alright, let's put him down.
This is a U.S. naval uniform.
It's alright. You're safe.
No, I'm not.
What's your name?
Zach Olson. Our captain tried to raise the sub, but it was too late.
I think there's teeth on his arm.
Was already
There's his
inside.
fist.
What was already inside Zach?
What's on his hand?
Okay. So with the understanding that was pretty alarming, don't be overly alarmed. I just can't see it yet.
Between what things?
A missing submarine, a dead naval officer off the coast of Madagascar, a dead naval officer off the coast of Madagascar, birds going haywire in Peru, an active alien tech in Hong Kong. There's also a talking cat in Ontario, but I've ruled him out for now. What?
It's Dusky.
Alien.
I'm from Ontario. It's a province.
This is the hospital the ambulance brought her to.
I mean, I'm interested. Like, this is pretty good so far. And I'm liking how distressed, like, Jodie is and frustrated.
Hey, the whole point of quarantine is not going in where it says quarantine.
Do you want to find her or not?
Tell me that's not her.
I mean, I can't confirm or deny it yet, but...
Jamila. Not amiga.
Is it like teeth or like shells? I don't really know what that is.
Doctor, I found something that you want to see.
Who are you talking to? How are you calling a doctor?
You've seen these Markans before?
Jesus Christ.
Jamila!
Get away from her.
She's alive!
Is she gonna materialize where they are? Oh no.
She's not alive. Gaska.
Oh my God.
Jamila.
Same as Zach on the beach.
Oh, no, this can't be happening.
Hey, it's okay.
No, it's not! Two identical deaths on two different continents. Have you heard from Yaz and Graham?
Where are we going with this? Also, that was a pretty tame reaction for seeing your friend just explode. Oh, throwback to
From the
Martha with that
inside.
jacket.
Maybe if we went round the other way.
What the hell's all this?
Exactly what we've been looking for.
Adam? Adam! I told you he was here.
Elcom.
Shit. Hesitation. Must be valuable.
Yes, we're out.
Ex-copper.
What? Do not do this now.
Oh shit.
Look out!
I'm on a sabbatical.
It's okay. So she.
Except I don't go around announcing I'm police.
Never believe anything he says.
Mate, he's just come halfway around the world to rescue you.
Thank you.
Adam Lang. Famous British astronaut. Famous missing British astronaut. Glad you're safe. How you feeling?
Terrible.
Is it like, an optical illusion?
I really don't know. How long have you and Jamila known each other?
5 years. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
You'll get through it.
Because you know me for how many hours?
And Adam.
Come on, Yaz! No. Sorry?
There was a device in there. I couldn't get it free in time. It looked really important to them. I want to go back and get it.
We don't have enough time.
You go. Come back for me in, well, I don't know, an hour or something.
It's too dangerous.
We need to know why Adam was taken there and what they did to him. And how this is all connected to those other events.
I'll come with you. I'm more than ready to fight something.
1 hour.
Hey, I'm Gabriella. You must be Az.
I'm so confused. I mean, I guess she's a travel vlogger, but I mean,
So the box is the doorway to this building.
I don't know these people. My friend, like my person just died.
It's bigger than the house. Before you show me unusual, can me and my friends make use of your lab?
Where did you go?
Busy day.
A lot of touch and go this
Still can't
episode.
believe what we saw earlier. He's not the first person to die like that today.
So, you two know each other how?
Yeah.
We're married. Well, one of you is in for a shock.
One of us doesn't like putting the work in.
I came halfway around the world.
7 months too late.
Boys, maybe now is not the moment. Let's get inside.
I was about to say, like, we didn't really know the relationship, but like I was gonna say they're either partners or they're just mates. Why would he go across the world just to like? Does he want to like prove himself to the police force or something? Like that doesn't make much sense.
It's not native to Madagascar.
But why here?
Real end of days.
There was a dead bird in that deserted hospital.
I thought you changed your shower gel.
Doc! Doc, Adam's in a bad way in there. But I think we made a mistake by disconnecting him from all that gubbers in Hong Kong.
Guess you recognize me?
No,
2 girls rooming.
I haven't seen it.
Nope.
What's the matter with you people?
Yes.
Whoa, where did he go?
We could follow it.
Are you crazy?
So here's your present from
Are you crazy? What do you mean you went with her? Are you crazy?
Ryan, will you dissect it for me? I'm gonna use your laptop to download the readings I took from him earlier.
Oh, he's dead as
So
disco.
what is it you do here?
You okay, Doc?
Graham with glasses.
I'm sorry, Adam. With an alien pathogen, presumably in Hong Kong.
Is it bad if I don't know what pathogen is?
I'm afraid it's inside you, Adam. And right now, I don't know how we stop it overwhelming you.
The texture for that is oddly like satisfying. I don't know how to describe it. It's like those YouTube videos.
You really want to follow that creature? Ready?
All right, hit that like button. Let's go.
What did he mean when he said 7 months too late?
I was supposed to come out and see him launch, say goodbye as he went off to the ISS.
You didn't go.
He knew what he was taking on with me. I don't do emotions, and I'm really not good at sticking with things, you know, commitment. Also, I really don't like foreign travel.
Wow. So you were quite the catch then.
Yeah, he's a lucky, lucky bloke. He's an astronaut. Have any idea how hard it is being married to somebody that impressive? Sort of sends me the other way. I wallow in being unreliable. Like I'm punishing him.
No, sorry, you lost me.
If he's that impressive, if he's that amazing, which he is, he can't love me the way he says he does. It doesn't make sense. Why would he?
It's not true.
I don't think he's the one you're punishing.
Result! What do you think this is?
Some sort of alien colony.
This looks similar to the Master, the Dimension of the
If
Master.
we're on an alien planet,
Maybe it's just the colors.
then what is that?
I've gene sequenced blood cultures from Adam and that bird.
Wow, you are fast.
Gene sequenced blood cultures from Adam and that bird.
Wow, you are fast. What I was thinking was so simple.
Yeah, blood cultures take a while to get back. Like a few days at least.
Hey.
Oh.
The antibiotics aren't working.
Doc. Haramu said that the bird's getting really angry.
The alien pathogens attacked the plastic. The plastic metastasized as if it was living. Except, oh, microfiltration. Homing in on microplastics because humans are full of them.
Excuse me, I'm not full of plastic.
Full of summon.
Yep. There's quite a lot of plastic. See ya, buddy.
Let's get rid of this bird.
Because we've literally got the most exciting rotting bird that I've ever seen.
I don't want you to panic, but we followed one of those things through a teleport, and now I think we're on an alien planet.
I knew those blood cultures were a little too fast.
Out here all alone in an over-equipped lab. I should have spotted it straight away.
Yep.
What's happening? Where's Shaz?
I was so worried when you turned up. When you took him from Hong Kong.
I took a jump scare, yeah.
I need to get the samples! Doctor, come on! This is where I don't go wrong!
A lot going on.
If Praxeus is being spread by birds, it could get around the world incredibly fast. Attacking and infecting every living thing. We may potentially have a cure, but we don't know if it works.
I have time to argue.
Just want to like shave it off his face.
Oh my god. Found you. Thanks for coming to get us. Eventually.
Look at you going off on your own and not getting killed.
Plus, totally found an alien colony. Thought I discovered an alien planet on my own.
I love the doctor just kind of shitted on her.
We're at the bottom of the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, surprised she didn't whip out a vlog camera at one point yet.
Stop dodging life. Please.
What does all this stuff mean?
That's the spaceship, right?
Well, the back end of one, yes.
Just when I thought things can get any madder.
Ooh. How did you get here? We traveled across 3 galaxies to find the perfect living laboratory.
To use Earth as a petri dish. This is the center of where everything's been happening. Please tell me you haven't administered it on yourself.
Well, you see.
Stay out of my way.
Stay here.
They're just gonna be just standing there like,
Suki,
how do you think this is gonna turn out?
We can work together on this.
I don't
Get
know.
out of here. I won't use that in here. Not with those reverse pulse proton engines. Very unreliable.
What's happening to me? It's spreading. How do I stop
That's
it?
convenient.
Help me.
Oh. 13 was getting really jazzed about that idea.
You okay?
All systems set for automation.
No idea what any of this means. But is that literally the controls for up, down, left, and right?
Don't work. Too late to fix. Come on.
Spacecraft to blue box, can you hear me?
Jake, what are you doing?
Manual pilot making up for broken autopilot. Any idiot can fly a spaceship, right?
Maybe I do.
Maybe I need this.
You're entering into the stratosphere.
Yeah, that really doesn't mean anything to me. But if I was a betting man and my husband would tell you I really am, I'm gonna give it a go.
Ship's gonna break up.
Jake, you have to wait until the shuttle's in the right position.
Adam, this is me not dodging. Don't say I never listened to you.
Shuttle's in position, Jake.
A lot of I thinks this episode. Yeah. Should be able to materialize and get him. Okay, good. I was gonna say, there should be no reason as to why she couldn't. Same with, like, what was it, Orphan 55. She could have saved them, so glad they didn't just let him die.
Yes, I can save him, just if I materialize round him in the millisecond before the ship breaks up.
Nice work, Doc.
What can I say? I'm a romantic.
The day has been saved.
Keep the planet safe for us.
Because we'll be coming back, so it better be in good nick.
Oh, we know who to blame.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
So what's the plan now for you two?
Dunno.
A honeymoon here? Well, though they've been married, but like.
We never had a honeymoon because he did what I got.
Oh!
Maybe now this time.
I'll come with you.
How's that honeymoon if you're with us?
We can talk about it.
What are you going to call it? 3 idiots roaming?
I like it. It's snappy.
And factual.
Yeah, you guys can go now. We'll take the planet from here.
Hey, come find us sometime.
Moves separate and connected.
connected.
And that was my reaction video to Doctor Who Season 12, Episode 6. So let's talk about this one, y'all. I wasn't a very big fan of this episode. I don't think I liked it. There's actually quite a lot that I didn't like this episode. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. There was a lot that just didn't work for me. I think it started off fairly interesting. We had all these separate stories that were sort of this mystery that was connecting from Peru to Madagascar to Hong Kong, and we're just following these strangers along the first, you know, whatever, 10 minutes or so. I thought that was a pretty interesting setup. Introductions, off the bat, I thought they nailed the atmosphere, the tone, the settings, they looked pretty cool. Just generally, it was a solid premise. The first introductions of these side characters are pretty cool. This you know, cop who's off duty right now, who's like chasing down this kid who stole something. Okay, let's see where we're gonna go with that. These pair of vloggers and how they and the way that they introduce the companions one by one, being introduced to these people, and we're following along whatever this mystery is in this journey, and how they're all gonna be connected. The companions are just popping up one by one. We don't know what's going on, but the gang's clearly on this. So I thought that was really dope. Fresh way to kick off the episode. Also showing that some time has passed with the crew. They're a little bit more, you know, experienced now they're on their own. Like I said, I thought the sets looked cool. Hong Kong, you know, with the neon light, that was dope. Although it would have been cool to see maybe some civilians walking around here, a little bit more atmosphere. And I actually thought the doctor earlier on when she was pulling out the dude from the water, a couple of her quips and just a bit of her dialogue earlier on, and her just and Jodie's performance are good too. Graham in glasses, top notch, like that quite a bit. And Yaz here, I have mixed thoughts on her this episode, but I like the fact that they gave her a little bit more to do, and she was being adventurous and on her own and taking charge. She was very strong in her choices here, and quite a lot that just didn't work for me. So first things first, the mystery element. That was really dope. They set this thing up. How is this gonna pay off? How are they all connected? It was like all these seemingly unrelated situations going around the globe. What are going to be the connective tissues? It just felt very messy, and it was kind of frustrating as the viewer just seeing how we just kept going left, right, and center with all these different places. And in the end, there's no hints as to how they're going to be connected, so it was a little bit frustrating watching this mystery sort of unravel. So I think from that perspective of just the mystery elements that they set up so well in the beginning, it just ended up making me I just think it fell flat for me. But apart from that, you know, we're being very touch and go, going from Peru, going to Madagascar, going to all these different places. There was a ton of characters in this one, from Amaru to Suki to Jake, Adam, the companions. There's just a lot going on, plus just the frantic nature of this episode. There's just too many things going on for me. And then on top of that, we had the submarine, then all the other things that connected to this plot in all the different places. The birds, and one of the travel vloggers dies, and then she has no reaction to her exploding. Didn't make a lot of sense for me at points this episode. It being a pathogen and them not being concerned of getting infected because they didn't really know how it would be spread around, whether it was through air. They just assumed it was physical contact, unless I missed that. There was just a lot of just like kind of loose ends and just sort of questions that I had as this episode was going along. And then there was just a lot of just technical jargon and just a lot of exposition, especially towards that second half of the episode when they were meeting Suki and Amaru. And it was just way too much for me, and I just sort of was just not in tune with it at all. And between all that just being crammed in, the over explanations of the technical plastic aspect to this episode, the doctor's sort of reactions later on to are a little confusing. How Suki was like, I traveled 3 galaxies and she's the last one of her kind or whatever it was, and the doctor's like uninterested in that, surprisingly. Yeah, I think, and then Yaz using the teleporter. Like a lot of the things just didn't make much sense to me. It's like, Yaz, like you've been alone at multiple points of sort of teleporter and being in a place you don't want to be, but yet you want to do it again, and you're not entirely sure the other side's going to be all right. Like it just, and there was no sort of, there's a lot here that just sort of bothered me. Yeah, I don't know. And then on top of that, there was no sense of like drama. I don't know if because there's too much things just being thrown at you at once, and that I couldn't feel any sort of emotional connection to these characters. I didn't think the vlogger girl was actually all that interesting. Performances were kind of lackluster here too at points. I don't want to feel like I'm just rambling on about things that I didn't like this episode or why it didn't work for me, but I feel like if I just was sort of just like looking at the screen blankly, I was just sort of thinking about these things in my head, and I'm just kind of like, you could see that I was kind of disconnected with this episode. But yeah, that was my thoughts on this one, guys. Wasn't the biggest fan of it. Anyway, guys, that was my reaction video to Doctor Who Season 12, Episode 6. What do you think about this one? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. Interested to see what they're going to be doing for the next half of the season, trying to do any of that overarching sort of elements, what's going to happen. After Episode 5, they decided to go for this episode, so I don't know. And there was no acknowledgement of the last episode. I'm guessing they're just going to say that for like the finale. It's like a 2-parter. Anyway, guys, that was my reaction video. I love you. I will see you in the next one.